Hill. Right behind us here is the Wrights High School. There, you can F.J. Wrights High School. There's even an old Wrights home here in town, one of the oldest buildings here in town. Gothic structure. Right back here, that's Evansville, Indiana. It's a little bit cloudy today, but back there you see the courthouse. Way back there, and the bank building, and some of the work that we have here on the riverfront. So this is Evansville, Indiana. This is another one of our classic buildings here at Evansville, Indiana. It was used for a jail, but I believe the 80s, or we built a new jail. They used this building for quite a long time. This is probably built turn of the century, right before that, like around 1888, something like that. At the same time, the courthouse we'll see here in a second was also built. Well, glad to keep happening again. We got kicked out of the post office and got sent to the old jail. It's ironic, isn't it? Actually, Mr. Woods of Woods & Woods, who now has his offices out of the old jail, told us to come inside here, didn't he? Yeah, he talked to us, and he talked to the gnome, and he told us to come in here and get in the jail cell. And this is the actual original jail cell with how it looked, the bunks. And you look right here, here's like how they cover things. They have the ball and chain. All right, Tiki Jr., it's Bud, it's time to let you out. You paid your service to humanity. You're free at last. This is probably the most classic building here at Evansville, Indiana. It's the old courthouse. It was used as the courthouse up until, I think it was like the late 60s. And it also is famous. It's right next to the old jail. There's even a passageway goes from the old jail to the old courthouse. Because back in the old days, they'd take them right from the courthouse over to the jail. So this is our second courthouse. The original one burnt down. I think this was built in 1892. And it's one of our most beautiful buildings. It's had a theater inside of it before. It has a little bit of a bad history of a teacher dying here a while back. I believe that this place is also haunted with that person. But there's also a little monument right here, and it's partially because of James Special Gresham. He was the first person to die in World War I. Also interesting for me because it's my great uncle twice removed. See his name? It's right here, James Special Gresham. So that's Evansville Courthouse. Just missed the bell going dong. I forgot about that. Most important thing, it's a great, beautiful bell tower up there, and it rings. And they did some remodeling about 3 years ago on that. It's a copper dome, cupola. You go inside, go up the staircase to the top of the building. It's blocked off now, though. And then many years ago, they closed this off for other things. They had old newspapers up in the attic that he sold to the public at a big fair. And they're like back to the 1800s. Ancient newspapers that are falling apart. My dad bought some, so that's a pretty cool thing.
All right.
We are now in the front of the old courthouse. Where we're standing right now is right where the old Wabash and Erie Canal came through here. It's before the courthouse was here, of course, and it goes way out for East Lamar. We'll be out there later on, but it came through right through here, went up to the river, and they eventually filled it all in and built the courthouse. Yeah, it's up there's the date. You can see it Roman numerals up there, the MCD and all that good stuff. Yeah, it's a really cool building. That's the old post office right there, and it's about the same age as the over the courthouse. Yeah, that's where it's at, the jail right there. And this may be. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to yell in your ear. I know you're not deaf. This may be like a Roman Iskish architecture, and it's beautiful building inside. And they closed it, again about maybe the early 80s, late 60s, somewhere in that time period. And Matt and I even got kicked out of there recently.
Oh no!
Yes, it's actually on the historic reservation. It's a reservation. That's one of those plaques outside that we saw earlier. The library, yeah, library. And we were looking around, and they kicked us out. So
boo!
But that's another one of our famous. Also, they changed that as they did the old jail, it's like offices and stuff. So you can go inside there and get in like cafes and things like that. And Evansville Living magazine here for our town is their offices are out of that. No, that's out of the jail. I'm sorry, that's out of the jail. But they're both connected like that. Across from the old Greyhound station. I just realized, Bud Diggy, I'm calling it the old Greyhound station because it just closed like a month ago. And they moved it to the regular bus station. But up until then, this was the last and oldest remaining fully functioning original Art Deco Greyhound. Neath the neon sign, it worked. The old
In the United States, the entire United States.
Entire United States, it was the oldest running, still original Greyhound station.
Wow.
It has old iron cast door handles. To me, it's special too. Many times I have used this Greyhound station to go on trips. I'm coming back to this station. Hello, I'm David W. Johnson. So what's up with that special? And the next place we're at here is the Ohio River. A famous river in the country, and we believe maybe in the old days the river went straight back that way. We believe the reason we had the bend, we're considered to be the stick in the bend, is because there was an earthquake a long time ago and the river changed course. So this is famous around here, around town, for the well, Thunder on the Ohio. Every year the hydroplanes come out here and they race. You can hear it from across town. They're so loud. And I'm back in the old days where we're standing right now. Would have been an actual street, and there would have been buildings right here in front of me. And that was all torn out around the time of the flood. We had a famous flood here in 37, and they ripped all that stuff out. So where we're at right now, it's been renovated a few times over the last 60 years. And we had riverboats back in the old days. Came along here, old steamboats and stuff. And back here in a little bit, we'll see right over here is the new riverboat. That's the used for gambling. Up until about, I'd say, 5 to 7 years ago, the boat would actually move. You could actually get on the boat, and the boat would go up the river up to the Henderson Bridge, the twin bridges, which we'll see later, and come back. But they stopped that and got permission finally to have gambling here in Evansville, Indiana. So this is the Ohio River. Hi. Oh, now we're at the Four Freedoms Monument, of course, with I think the four freedoms of religion, freedom of speech, and freedoms of other things I can't recall. I apologize right now. And there's these four monuments here, pillars, were once holding up the entrance to the old Coliseum here in Evansville. And around these are smaller stone markers. You can see how the names of all the states on there, and it entered into the Union, what year they started. So this is a famous landmark here in Evansville, Indiana.
Dun, 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 dun.